This is step one of the Community Health Project. The project will focus on health promotion, educational intervention. The portion of this project, this step one, will take approximately 2 hours to complete. Now that's give or take an hour here or there. It depends on how quickly you can make your mind up about which agency you'd like to work with during this 7-week period. So please plan your time accordingly. Be thinking about what nonprofit agency in your community that you would like to work with. That does not include an acute care setting like a hospital, okay? You may work with a diabetes education center that is affiliated with a hospital, but it is not a unit in the hospital. This is a community agency, an agency that does something for the community. So step one is to identify an appropriate community agency that serves a vulnerable population in your community, one that you'd like to work with. The next part of this step one is to actually go visit that agency and explain to them that you're a McNeese student, that you have to do a community health project this semester, and you would like to partner with them and do a project with them, and explain to them that it is a health promotion, health educational type project, that you're going to make some sort of material for them, something they can use for their clients or something they can use for their staff or both. So be sure during that visit that you tell them that with their help and input, you're going to be making something for them that they can use to teach their clients and or staff. Ask them to start right then and there thinking about what they need as far as some sort of educational material. And reassure them that you will only need to visit with them for 4 times this entire 7-week period. And it's only going to be for an hour or less each time. That's a big concern for most of them. They think when they hear the word project and they hear you want to partner with them, the first thought is, I don't have time, and this is going to be very time consuming. So reassure them no more than 4 times, and you're meeting number 1 right now, so 3 more times, and for an hour or less each time. So how to choose an organization? Again, it needs to be a nonprofit organization. The agency information form can be obtained by clicking on this link, and you will need to take that with you. You'll need to print it out, take it with you, and fill in all of the blanks while you are sitting there with your key informant. It's going to ask for the agency's name, what type of services they provide. It will also ask for an address and contact phone number of your key informant. It asks for your contact information, your email and phone number. It asks for an email for the key informant. Please do not skip those areas. I need that information. I will be sending the key informant an orientation handbook to this process so that it will help them feel a little bit better about the whole thing, to know what to expect. Below this area, how to choose your organization, there's I've listed some agencies from the Lake Charles area. Now, I know many of you do not live in the Lake Charles area. That's okay. Some of these agencies you will recognize a few of them and realize that you've most likely got most of these in some way, shape, or form in your community. The agency information form has a lot of nonprofit organizations listed on it as well. So Swallowheck is something that is used here in Lake Charles at Southwest Louisiana Health Education. They do a lot of volunteer things. They do a lot of health education, and the Healthcare for the Homeless, this ETC Education and Treatment Council. They've got multiple services that they use and that they deliver, and they can be found using this link. They do things, Harbor House Transitional Living Program and Crisis Intervention Services are just a few of the agencies that are affiliated with ETC. There's a lot more. When you go to that website, by clicking on this link, it will, it will show you many more that they're affiliated with. You can pick any of those to partner up with. It really doesn't need to be an agency that you're familiar with either, or one one that you're employed by. Okay, if you're employed by any community agency, then you need to eliminate that one right off the bat. National Health Service Corps, Resolutions Counseling, Calcasieu Human Services Authority, Veterans Hospital Clinic. There's a new clinic here in Lake Charles that's only been open a couple of years. Calcasieu Community Clinic serves the population who makes too much money to be able to qualify for Medicaid, but they don't make enough money to be able to afford insurance. Any of the rural clinics will do. I gave an example of Hackberry Rural Health Clinic, but any rural clinic anywhere that you live would be a great agency to partner up with. The few examples of agencies that may fit into the other category. The examples I just covered will fit into one of those categories on that agency information form. They'll fit into one of those categories. You'll be able to check one of those boxes. These are going to fit into the other category, like a shelter for women here in Lake Charles, women who have been victims of domestic and/or sexual violence. Abraham's Tent, a soup kitchen. They serve people multiple times a day here in Lake Charles. The Salvation Army, NAMI, Autism Awareness, Autism Society of Southwest Louisiana, the Ethel Precht Hope Breast Cancer Foundation. As long as there's a local chapter for some of the national type organizations, then you can work with them. If there's not a local chapter, then you have to go on and choose another one, because it's vital that you have someone in your community that you can go to and talk to and visit with. NAMI, the closest chapter, if you live in Lake Charles, is Baton Rouge. And so if any of you live over towards the Baton Rouge area, that would be fine. But these are just examples, and I know you can find some of them in your own community. Here's Diabetes Education Center, Southwest Louisiana AIDS Council, HALOS, the Healing After Loved One Suicide, any type of a support group like stroke support groups. And so that's basically it. Again, you need to find an agency with which you want to work, and you need to get a key informant, and you need to go and talk to them, bring the agency information form with you, fill it out, and submit that by Sunday at midnight of week 1. Thank you.